Hey guys, welcome to the arcade. Thank you very much for joining me tonight. I guess I don't really have a proper agenda as to what to talk about tonight. I'm just gonna give a bit of an update as to where we are with various projects that we had hoped to do this year. Bit of an update on the state of the market with regards to Arcade 1-Up and various home arcade appliances within the UK, and then a bit of a chat on base arcade and what's happening up in Belfast, because that we went to that on last Sunday and it was absolutely fantastic. I really did enjoy that. If anyone out there is listening, let me know how the microphone's going, because this is a new sort of setup for the audio. I've tried to the old microphone had a bit of a hiss to it, which was really annoying me, and I've tried to set up a new one. Hopefully it's working. I've recorded a few videos with it and it seems grand. I don't think I've had to adjust the levels too much. Excuse me, all of a sudden I get the hiccups. But yeah, so I guess I will start off with the sort of the UK market and what we're experiencing when it comes to cabinets coming over, because we're not seeing as much as I thought we were going to. One thing that we've noticed is that we did do really well for quite some time with new cabinets being released, that the UK market was getting them pretty quickly after the Americans and the Canadians and all the rest of it. And unfortunately that seems to have, well, I was going to say it's run to a halt, but it hasn't. It seems selective. So the one I'm talking about is the Deluxe cabinets. Where exactly are they? When we look at the UK, there is no retailer that has them listed at all. Yet we got Fast and the Furious about a week after it was announced by Arcade 1-Up over in America. That has been going out since the 5th of May. Yet the Deluxe cabinets for Pac-Man, Class of 1981 and Mortal Kombat have been out weeks before that, yet we've had nothing. So I tried to get in contact with a couple of the UK retailers to see what the deal is. So I sent messages to a number of them, and one of them got back to me. So it was actually one of the sales guys over at Liberty Games. So I sort of picked his brain a wee bit to see what the deal is. First of all, sort of asked him, when are we going to see the Deluxe cabinets? And the answer to that was very simply, we don't know. So he explained how the process kind of works from their end. What will happen is that Arcade 1-Up come to them and say, we have product X, would you like to sell it? And most of the time the retailers will go, yes, we'd love that, and then things will start rolling. They'll get the stock figures, they'll get stuff shipped over, and then they'll be able to sell it on. So that is what happened with Fast and the Furious. But they haven't been offered any of the other Deluxe cabinets, and from what I understand, there is no channel for them to request things. Because I did also ask about the likes of The Simpsons, Golden Axe, Ridge Racer, a number of cabinets that people over here would really want to pick up, like Killer Instinct. That Rare started off as a UK company. That's a no-brainer. You bring it over here, people will pick it up. And yet we got things like NFL Blitz, which, is there a market for an NFL cabinet in the UK? I didn't really think there was. I know there's probably a number of fans of American football, but compare that to the nostalgia of Killer Instinct, or The Simpsons. Like, The Simpsons would sell. Come on, of course it would. But unfortunately, they said that those cabinets had never been offered to them. If they were, chances are they would take them, because they very rarely turn down one of the stand-up cabs, as they're usually good sellers. So the Deluxe cabs haven't been offered to any of the retailers over in the UK, which is really, really disappointing. Or at least, sorry, I can't really say that. They have not been offered to Liberty at this time. But because we haven't seen them with anybody else, that kind of leaves you to surmise that nobody has been offered them. So when are we going to get them? It's an unknown at this stage. The older legacy cabinets, the ones from last year, are still on the market. They're still selling. Smiths still have the original legacy cabinets, and I'm sure they're still selling. They actually have them on sale at the moment. So if you're looking them for cheap and you don't really care about the Wi-Fi, then yes, absolutely, check them out. So the Deluxe cabinets, they probably will come, but we just don't know when. Another thing to say with regards to the UK retailer, and this might be a bit of a sore spot for some people. So if, like myself, you were hoping for a sale on the Star Wars cabinets, we may have run out of time. The Star Wars 3/4 machine has disappeared from 3 of the UK retailers in the last 2 days. So it used to appear on Very. It is now gone. It used to appear on Argos. It is now gone. And it used to appear on Quirky Shop. It is now gone. And you can see it. Here it is. Sold out. So, whether they'll get more in or not, I do not know. But we've always been led to believe that Star Wars was going to be a limited cabinet. And we may have come to the end of the stock that the retailers have. Now, we were always told that Marvel vs. Capcom 2 was going to be a limited cabinet, and yet it's still around. I can't honestly say whether or not we'll see Star Wars again. I was really hoping that, certain retailers were going to hold on to the stock for a little bit longer, and maybe they would, be able to put them up on sale. I held off, and I was really waiting for the right price for the Star Wars cabinet, and I would have picked it up, but maybe now I've left it too long. And now, if anyone out there is still looking for it, you can get it on Amazon. It's still available there. We do still have it on Liberty. It's still there for the full asking price, and it is still on. No, that's Games. Sorry, that's Smith. It is still up on Games website as well, and if you want, you can get it with a free T-shirt. A free T-shirt. They really are flogging those T-shirts. I mean, look at it. Look, they're like fucking countercades. They're trying to give them away with a countercade. They'll give them away with a pinball machine as well. And they still have that the NFL Blitz for $3.99. I would love it if they were shipping over here. I would probably end up picking that one up. But yeah, it does look like the Star Wars cabinets could be limited as they were supposed to be. We may end up seeing them run to the end of their stocking. it's still like the FOMO is there, but not enough for me to spend 700 quid on it. I'm sorry. I do really love that cabinet. After playing the original sit down version up in Base Arcade over the last weekend, I have a real hankering to play that game again. A real love for it, but I do not want to pay 700 quid for it. I'm sorry. I think 500 would be my ballpark. That would be my line in the sand for Star Wars, because there's only 3 games on it. I think 500 is reasonable. And I know they are trying to gouge the shit out of it because it is Star Wars. And it looks like people have been buying it. So it worked for them. But maybe if we'll see something. But I really don't know. But I've got a few things that I've been working on in the arcade here. The biggest of which is this big bugger here. So this, just off camera, is the fruit machine, or the slot machine, whatever you kind of want to call it. So picked that up a few weeks ago. I've been trying to bust into it because the key was missing for the maintenance hatch. So we finally got into it during the week there. I was able to lift up the maintenance hatch and have a look inside, because I was hoping that I would see something that would give me a reason why it's not powering on, or at least it's not lighting up the board. As far as I can see, the main board is perfectly fine. There was a little bit of corrosion around a few resistors that I've cleaned up. The game board itself was actually sitting in the expansion slot, which I thought was wrong. I removed it, I cleaned the game board, I put it into the correct game board slot, powered it on, same issue. I've now removed the power supply unit, taken it apart. There's nothing there that I can see that's wrong, so I'm running out of ideas. There's no cracks or anything in the main board. Everything looks grand on it. Everything looks good on the power supply, which is in bits behind me. The next thing to do is hook it back up again and take a voltmeter and start tracing things. See if I can figure out where it's not getting its power to. First thing I'm going to do is try the voltmeter on the power supply unit. If by any chance that's the problem, that's a 20 quid fix. I can get one of those cheap enough, and then go from there. The other couple of things that I've been working on is, if you can see back there, so that sort of black bar that sits across is my at Games, the deck from the Gamer Pro. So it's sitting on a big table back there, and it takes up a fair bit of room. What I'm going to look at doing is getting rid of that table and building a cabinet around that deck. So I'm not going to build it with a RetroPie, not this time. My idea is to take a mini PC, if I can get one for the right price, and then run up Polycade's system. So originally I was going to do it with new buttons and encoder boards, but I think because it's running on it has to run on a Windows based machine, that'll hook in via USB, and it runs really well because I've had it running on my big machine at one stage, and yeah, it does work really well as a controller. The problem is it's big, so it's going to have to be a fairly chunky sized cabinet I build around it. So probably talking at least a 32-inch monitor. So it won't fit into the cabinet beside it there, and that's 24. But if I can get that built, I think it would be really cool. And I would like to see, I would like to play with a cabinet that has the Polykit system on it. I do have it installed on the PC here, but I've not really dug into it too much. I grabbed it when they first released it a few months back, but I never did anything with it. If I can get myself a mini PC for a good price, depending on what I want to do with it, you're probably looking at maybe... Ooh, I would have to have one with a decent graphics card in it if I want to play the sort of the newer games as well. It's going to be something that I'm going to have to price up just to see how much it would cost to do. I can do it in bits, kind of the way I did with the other machine. But I think it is doable, and I think it would work kind of well. So that's going to be one project that I'm going to take on once I get this thing kind of sorted out. The other thing I'm going to attempt to do in the next couple of months is that screen there is hooked up to a Batocera build about there. What I'm going to do is convert that into a shooter setup. So I'm going to grab a Sinden light gun and hook it into the Raspberry Pi sitting around. I just cannot get that sitting around there somewhere, and then see how it works on that monitor. If I could change that monitor and make it a bit bigger at some stage, but I think it's doing me quite well, so I'm happy enough to leave that as is. The only thing I'm not certain of is because the monitor is higher than I would be standing. I don't know if the Sinden's going to be a bit, out of the positioning's going to be off because I'm aiming up rather than aiming straight. I'm going to have a little play around just to see. But I kind of want a shooter cabinet. And I thought, because that's mounted on the wall, it's probably a good one for it. I can mount the holster to like the wall, just have it sitting there. The Sinden seems to be the easiest way of going about this. The other ones, like, what is it, Aimtrack and what's the other one? Gun for IR. It's okay. I just don't like the setup. I don't like the hey guys, Dracar Noir, good idea. Yeah, I do want the Lego fan. Hi, hey man. I do want to get a shooter cabinet kind of going. The Gun for IR and all that kind of jazz. I don't like the little sensors. They're too fiddly, and having to power them separately and all the rest of it. Sinden is a nice little plug and play solution, which is really good, and it works well, I'm told, with Batocera. Got 4 LED gun from AliExpress and still in the box. Oh man, you got to do something with them. If you can get something like Point Blank or something like that running, those games were just stupid fun. I really do love Point Blank. I have an Aimtrack, don't like it. Ordered a Sinden, sitting in the... Oh, you lucky get. Gunstar Hero has a Sinden sitting in the box. That's going to be your weekend sorted, man. That is fun. Where was it? Oh yes, so yeah, what I've been told is that the Sinden is basically a plug and play with Batocera. So my build is pretty much ready to go. All I need to do is order the gun. But oh, Gunstar. Oh no, you won't be able to tell me because you haven't set her up yet. Did you go for the recoil action, or did you just go for the standard gun? I'm kind of in two minds. I do want the, because I grew up playing like the the Namco games with that gun that had the big recoil. Now it's not going to be the same in that because the Sinden doesn't move along the stock, but I kind of think I want the recoil just for that feeling again. Feels like, yes, recoil, good man, good man. Yeah, I see. It adds to it, doesn't it? And people did say it was quite noisy, and that's why they didn't like it, because they were using it in their homes. I'm out here, I don't care. You can click all at once, as long as I can still hear the game itself, I'll be happy. And if I can't hear the game, I'm just going to turn up the volume. So yes, those are the kind of things that I'm going to be doing in the next... Oh, it does have the option to turn it off. I didn't actually know that. Okay, so you can just kill the recoil on it. Just, yeah, makes sense, I suppose. So those are the kind of things I'm going to be taking on over the next little while. Hopefully we'll be able to make progress. I would like to get the Sinden done fairly soon, because I think that's going to be really, really cool. And it's going to be a great addition to here. So yeah, that's probably where I'm going to go first, and then the cabinet build is going to take bloody ages. So we'll see how that one goes. But I think if I can get that cabinet built, if anyone saw Retro Ralph's video on the Polycade, because the UK doesn't seem to be getting the iArcade, this might be a decent alternative, because Polycade have their own store. It also interacts with Steam, so it can link into your Steam account, pull through games that would be compatible with it. It's kind of a homebrew version of an iArcade if I ever got it built. So I kind of want to do it that way because of that. So I'll see how that goes. Chances are it's going to take me a while to do something like that. Or if I get really, really lucky and find someone selling like the shell of an old arcade machine, I'll pick that up and try and fit it in there. Sorry, just catching up in the chat. You can be waiting a while to get the Sinden guns. Ooh, Gunstar Hero waited 2 weeks, but buy them cheaper. But buy from them cheaper than eBay. Oh, the eBay one's trying to scalp them. Hey, Carter. Maybe COVID slowed things down. Try Ireland to get stuff. It's a nightmare. Yeah, we're the same up here. But I'm hoping the Sinden stuff will be... It'll not take me too long to get it. I'll really have to say, but no, I'll stay away from things like eBay. I'm not a great fan of buying off them. Sometimes you can get some decent stuff, other times you just get ripped off and end up with something completely rubbish. I think with Arcade getting light guns is selling more Sindens. Yeah, absolutely. They're probably selling quite well at the moment. Although with the iArcade, there's a weird thing going on over there that they don't have any more cabinets for sale, which is absolutely baffling. I don't know what's going on over there, but for some reason there's no of any of the gold cabinets, which is the one that the Sinden can plug directly into. I mean, if you're going to release something like that, would you not have a load of stock sitting ready so that when you show off what the light gun can do on your machine, it's going to attract more customers, and you're going to have people going, I want to buy one, and there's no stock. Seems very silly, but yeah, that could be a definite reason why there's low stock or lead times for the orders. That's a very, very good point on that one. So going back to what I'm doing here, I can't see myself picking up any of the announced cabinets at this stage. I might pick up the Mortal Kombat Deluxe if the price is right and if I can get that one sold. But it all really depends on whether or not it's going to make an appearance anytime soon, or what the price is going to be. With regards to anything else that's coming out this year, Fast and the Furious, I'm not interested in. There's a rumor that we may get another 80s themed cabinet that we haven't seen before. What that could be, I'm not entirely sure, though there is a few rumors. If it is what they're hinting at, which would have been Robotron, I don't think I would. I'm not. Definitely, I'm more of a Smash TV guy. I have played Robotron. I suck at it. I don't have that much nostalgia for it. So if it is Robotron, I'll probably steer clear of it. The Time Crisis cabinet, that's just, call it what you want, vaporware. That's disappeared. I got T2 overplayed, though no choice. Overpaid. Yeah. Terminator 2, when it came out, one game, I just couldn't justify that. It looks really cool, don't get me wrong. I think it's a gorgeous looking cabinet, and the game itself is really cool, but I mean, they tried to bump it up by putting, what was it, like bonus video footage on the cabinet. Who wants that? That just seemed so stupid to me. I think the need to bring some of the older cabinets over here, because I do think they'd sell. Golden Axe, I'd pick up. Simpsons, I'd pick up. Ridge Racer, I'd pick up. Killer Instinct, I'd pick up. And I'm sure I'm not alone. Like, there will be people that have seen the ones that have come out over in America and that we're not getting a sniff at. There's a market here if people, if Arcade 1-Up want to sell things, you can, there's people here that are wanting to sell it. You're hoping to mod it in the future. That would be, for T2, that's Team Encoder's mod. I don't know what it does. I haven't looked into it just because I had no real desire for that cabinet. The Simpsons mod, which, who did the Simpsons mod? Can't remember. But you could, if you get the Simpsons mod, the Simpsons cabinet, soft mod it, and then you could have Simpsons, Turtles, and Sunset Riders on it. That's a fantastic setup for that cabinet. That would be a Konami Legacy cabinet. And if you were, you probably could get Mystic Warriors on there as well. That would just be an absolute perfect 4-player Legacy cabinet. Would love to do something like that. So yes, bring Simpsons out over here. People will buy it. So the last kind of thing I wanted to talk about tonight was Base Arcade. So this was the arcade that they were advertising. It was a pop-up retro arcade experience. So this is what they were bringing to Belfast last weekend. So if I just, this is going to just go meh. No, that didn't work. Wait. One second. They're sick, so it's not, it's that. Here, hang on. Oh no, I should have set up a button for it. Yeah. There we go, thank you. So yes, this was Base Arcade. The cabinets they had up there were absolutely fantastic. Just as you can see, looking around, we have every type possibly around. There's the Candy Kids there, there's Pinball, there's Classic Defender and Robotron. There's an original Donkey Kong. We had shooters, we had racers. Oh, there's the sit-down Star Wars machine. It was absolutely fantastic. I loved it. So the way they worked it was a ticketed event because it is kind of a small venue where they were. So it was 20 quid for a ticket, and that got you in for 4 hours. And yeah, it was free play. All of the machines were all running original-ish hardware. These candy cabs were just running the boards in them. There was an issue with one of the candy cabs because it was running a 4-player Sunset Riders board, but the candy cab was only 2-player, so you couldn't select what characters you wanted to be. It ran off the coin select as it's supposed to with the 4-player one. So I think they're going to look at trying to get like a 4-player machine for it. There's House of the Dead 2. That's a fantastic game. Oh yeah, they also had the old console. So there was a Commodore Victoria. An old Vic over there. That was a ZX Spectrum. There was a Jaguar, Mega Drive, and all the rest of it. And yes, it did have a bar, and the drinks were quite reasonable. While we were there, I think we only saw 2 machines go down. That pinball machine, which was the Addams Family, which was disappointing, but they did get it back up very soon. The other one was the second player on Time Crisis, which had been down since the day before. Unfortunately, they just couldn't bring it back to life. So if anyone is kind of interested in this place, the idea is they're going to open it on Saturday and Sunday once a month. They're not doing it in June. The next one is going to be on the 1st and 2nd of July, and then there is going to be another one in August. Managed to get talking to one of the guys that was running it, so Stephen. Had a nice wee chat with him. He really knows his stuff when it comes to the arcade machines. They are hoping to get a permanent spot around September time, so it's going to be somewhere in the city centre of Belfast, and that's going to be their permanent residence. There's the Star Wars machine there.
Yeah, man.
I did have a sit down and play on that, although my
arcade one
knees.
Selling it for 700 quid.
It was a little bit awkward to get out of that machine once I got into it, because it's quite low to the ground.
I can see you.
Yes, so they are hoping to get a permanent space in September, and then they're going to take it from there. So I am hoping to get it back.
What a fucking fantastic
in
game!
July. They do have a load of.
I had that for the Commodore 64.
The idea is
and it's like you got the bits like this, slowed down the fuck.
Yeah.
Different ones, just so that if people are returning, it's going to be a different experience each time. Rotate the game so there's always something different to play. So yeah, like I said, your man Stephen really knows what he's doing up there. He would probably be the other guys were more business orientated.
It's like a thing that can get anything
Trying to do the tech side of things. I think he was doing it really well. He was running around on the floor most of the night. There was me and Craig playing the Batman, the Dark Knight. Yes, the Dark Knight pinball machine, and that was absolutely fantastic. I had a couple of goes on the Doctor Who pinball. What was the other one? Guns N' Roses, which the fact that it was free pinball was just absolutely brilliant. It was really, really cool. I'm really looking forward to heading back. I did manage to pick up some swag when I was up there. I got myself a shirt. This one, I don't know why I did that. I have a shirt. I bought one. It's in the wash. But I would, if anyone is wanting to check it out, I would really recommend it. Just a stupid fun, sitting playing things like Outrun, Crazy Taxi, just among people that share the same interest. This was the thing I was harping on about in the last live stream, that this was the arcade brings back an element of socialization that you talk about gamers and
right at the start.
we're antisocial unless we're around people that understand us and have the same interest. We got this was a completely random conversation that me and my mate were standing at the bar and we got talking about Soul Reaver. I can't remember how the conversation started. Either I started it or Craig started it, because we love that series of games, the whole legacy of games. And just this guy just turns around and goes, "Are you talking about Soul Reaver, as in Raziel?" And we were like, "Yeah." And he just joined in the conversation. I was like, "This is fucking cool. This is what was missing. This is what an arcade was back in the 80s and early 90s. It was a place for people with the same interest could go and just hang out, chat, play games, and that's what I found when I was up there. That it all came back, and the fact that they had a bar really didn't hurt. It was really well set up, and I'm glad that something like this has hit. Like that first weekend was completely sold out full. I'm glad they did it, ticketed as well. That was a real bonus of it, because it wasn't overly crowded. They kind of got their estimate right on how many tickets to sell. When we first went in, the place was quite busy.
Straight down, was it?
Some of the games that you might have had, like a queue or you know, for people to get on next and things like that. But as time went on, it started to thin out a wee bit since you'd get on the machines. And I think I pretty much played everything in there. I did set a high score on. What did I set the score on? I think it might have been Robotron. It wasn't great. I think I was like 16th on the position, but I did set a score. If they have a bubble machine, I swear I will set the high score on there, and if they ever reset that machine, I'll go Google it, because I will set a high score, and it will be pretty damn hard to beat. I will guarantee that. But this is what we're sort of after, and there is still the rumour that N264 are going to be opening up
I want this game.
Yeah, man.
arcade somewhere in Belfast as well. Now, there's been no
Arcade 1-upper selling it for
information
700 quid.
regarding that at
I wouldn't
all
get
as to where that's going to
700.
be. Now, they have opened up ones in Shoreditch Bristol quite recently, so they're probably dealing with those ones if they do come over. Belfast. I really hope these guys over at Base Arcade get their permanent space, because from talking to them, they have great ideas of what they want.
What a fucking fantastic game!
Tournaments, movie nights.
I had that for the Commodore 64.
Yeah.
Various
And
things
it,
that.
like, you got the
That's such
bits
a
like that,
really cool
slow
idea
down
to
the
be
buck.
able to do
Yeah,
something
yeah,
like that in an arcade.
There's one
And I do hope if they do get their permanent space that it is still going to be licensed and they can still serve drink, because that was just fun. Although in saying that, I didn't drink that much while we were in the arcade. I think I got 2 drinks at the bar because I just wandered around playing all the games. I was that busy.
It's like a thing that's
Play games and interact with other people that I didn't drink that much, and that's kind of cool.
Oh, good hits!
But yeah, if you are looking for it, the head up, 1st and 2nd of July is their next session, and they are the way they work their sessions is like I said, 4 o'clock, so they'll do a kids session in the morning. So if you do have younger ones, because I kind of think I want to take Jason up to the next one, because I think he would absolutely love this, because he loves coming out into here. Unfortunately, I'm able to get him out here. It's an absolute mess. I keep starting projects and not finishing. He wanted to play the racer like a week or 2 back. Wires and leads and plugs and everything else. I'm trying to work on something else. I really do need to get this place sorted. So I think if I could take him to somewhere like this, he would absolutely love it. That would just be the biggest thing. So that might be what we do for the next one. I'm just hoping that I don't know if that's being output, was it? For dear's sake. I am not with it tonight at all. If it was being outputted and it was really loud, I really apologize for that, because I just was not paying attention. I don't know if it was. Ah, well. Yes, I am a professional at this. Ah, well. Anyway, I think that's everything that I wanted to sort of chat through tonight. Yeah. I am going to keep my eye out for the deluxe cabinets whenever I see them make an appearance online. Absolutely, I'll start shouting about it. It was, damn it, God, do you know what it was? I did have the audio muted, and then I wasn't happy with the source that was outputting it because it was lagging on the video. So I deleted it and re-added it, and it was working better, and I didn't check the volume. Ah, bloody idiot. Well, hopefully it wasn't too loud and everyone could still hear, and balls. But yes, I'm just going to do a quick check now. I don't think anything will have changed in the last like 20 minutes in regards to items being added to the websites, but you never know. No, all still the same. Like I say, I will keep my eyes out for the deluxe cabinets, and when I spot them, I will start shouting. Yeah, I was gonna maybe talk about the numbskull cabinets, but because they're rumoring to be bringing out the turtles and Turtles in Time, but I don't know. The whole price rise with numbskull just didn't sit right with me, and I've kind of gone off them. I'm happy that I have my Polybus and my Bubble Bobble, but you're looking 250 for a quarter scale cabinet of Space Invaders. I can see them putting the 4-player Turtle machine up for about 275 to 300. So if that's the way they're going to play it, Game have been bringing in the stuff from New Wave Toys, and it's about 160. Now I know they are a little bit smaller, but these things are display items. They're not stuff that you're going to be playing day in and day out. They are like Bubble Bobble sits over there and, you know, plays this little music and stuff like that. I've set a high score on it once, and that's kind of it. They are display pieces. 250. Yep, Gunstar Hero, you're absolutely right. It's far too much. I cancelled my Space Invaders pre-order a while back, and I'm perfectly happy with that. The Turtles one, I dread to think what that price is going to be. I'm gonna, like I say, New Wave Toys stuff is coming in through Game at the moment, so there's a nice wee selection of ones over there and stuff that's coming in the next sort of month or so. Will we see any more stuff? Yeah, maybe we might see the Ghosts and Goblins and things like that could come over. I had to fight that so badly not to make that pre-order. If it comes over to Game, I think I have 10 quid in Game vouchers or Game points or whatever it is to use. I might go for it. But anyway, guys, I've kept you long enough, I think. Thank you very much for hanging out with me tonight and listening to me waffle on. Totally forgot what I was going to say there. Nope, sorry, I've totally forgotten. But yes, like I say, I'll keep an eye out for the Deluxe cabinets. And we'll see if we can... Hopefully we'll be able to get them at some stage. I would like us to keep going and moving forward, but with the price rises across everything, really, it's getting harder to keep the hobby going. I think is the best way of looking at it. Everyone's looking for the cheaper alternative, and whether that be sort of DIY projects or, you know, things like that, or the second-hand market. Unfortunately, over here, the second-hand market isn't really that strong. There's people selling the original Legacy cabinets for about 300 and 320 quid. So I mean, and I guess people are buying them because they disappear off Gumtree and Facebook Marketplace and stuff like that. So anyway, I'm hoping I can get back to you again fairly soon with a bit of an update on the projects that we'll be working on. I really want to get that fruit machine working. I really want to start working on the shooter on the Sinden sort of setup, so hopefully we'll be able to do something with that soon. If there's more information that comes out regarding the Deluxe cabinets, we'll come back on. We can have a wee chat around that and see if anyone's picking stuff up. The stuff out at the moment, I'm not really that fussed about. Fast and the Furious, that's just a whole bunch of drama that they really didn't need, and I'm not that interested in that cabinet, so that's kind of why I didn't do anything about it. It's not... Cruising was never a game that I liked that much. I was more into Daytona, Virtua Racing, that sort of thing in the arcade, or GTI Club. If you ever played that game, that's absolutely fantastic. Bring that out. That would be fun. Anyway, guys, I will catch you later. Thank you very much for joining me, and take care out there. Catch you later. Bye for now.